Now we're going to talk to our kids about picnics and food safety. I've often said, moms, dads, the two most important things you can do for food safety. Number one, buy a ton of ice, right? Because ice is cheap. Food poisoning is not cheap, but ice is cheap. Keep cold things cold. And the second thing, make sure all the kids and the dads wash their hands before they come to the picnic table. You have a food safety just for kids from farm to fork. Tell us about that.
Yes, so I would love to share this with you, and then we'll actually do an activity together to test for food safety. And you're right, food safety definitely is important at picnics, but it actually starts all the way back at the farm. So every person along that supply chain has an important responsibility to keep our food safe. And a lot of times there's a lot we can control in our own homes or our own backyards or wherever we are celebrating the summer. So there's a lot of great activities in here, and anyone can download this from our website.
What's it called?
It's called Food Safety from Farm to Fork, and it's at learnaboutag.org. And some of the fun activities in here, we have a board game where students get to move forward when they make smart food safety choices, but they have to go backwards if they make a wrong choice. There's activities where you actually go to a picnic and they are given different scenarios and you're trying to figure out what caused the foodborne illness.
Ooh, somebody didn't cook it well enough, right?
That could be. It's the fruit juice, I'll tell you that.
Oh. So, you left the fruit juice out for more than 4 hours and the bacteria count went through the roof.
Yeah, and there's a whole thing on what temperature you need to cook meat to, because it's different depending on what kind of meat you're cooking. So I think a lot of people don't realize that, but when kids grow up and get older, they're going to have to know that to keep their own family safe. So a lot of great things in here. We are going to do one of them together.
Okay.
Very simple activity, very simple materials. All you need is Ziploc bags and some white bread, preferably without a ton of preservatives in it. So I kind of got a little bit of fancy bread to try to avoid that, because bread is the perfect place to actually grow bacteria.
We can grow bacteria?
We can grow our own bacteria. It is slightly moist, it is a pretty neutral pH, and also has those carbs that bacteria love to eat, the sugars, so it can thrive there. So what you're going to do at home is you will take just a piece of plain white bread, and then you will look around, and Michael has a really clean kitchen, but you're gonna think, where might some of that bacteria be living? Because I'm going to try to capture some of it. This is going to be like a little petri dish for us. We're gonna try to capture it.
So I'm thinking maybe the dish towel that we've dried a whole bunch of things on.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Yep, so you're just gonna wipe it on that surface. I'm going to go for this, the handle of your microwave here. That seems kind of a place where they might like to congregate. And then you're going to put it in a Ziploc bag and you're going to seal it in there. And once it's sealed, your child or you can make observations about it, but you probably shouldn't open it, because you're going to see some bacteria growing in here pretty shortly.
Really?
And I think we should test and put one of ours in a dark place and maybe one in a light place, and we'll see which one can grow the most bacteria.
So when you say a short period of time, how long? You talking a day or half a day?
It depends on how many preservatives
hours?
are in your bread, but if it's a low preservative bread, it's probably 3 to 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah, and we will test it, and then we'll show your audience who's grew what, and we'll get to see.
Oh, that would be fun.
And then the whole point of that is for kids to be aware that there is bacteria everywhere. That's why we wash things. That's why we keep things separate when we're cooking. But not all bacteria is necessarily bad. So it gets bad if it has time to grow to a point where it can make you sick. So that's why we try to clean regularly and thoroughly. So.
Okay, and use a clean dish towel more than once a week. Once a month. Mandi, thank you so much for being with us today. And we will see you next time.